Hello and welcome to another crossword solve. This time it's in the Financial Times. This is Cryptic Crossword number 18,088, set by Mudd, that's M-U-D-D, who I think is also Paul in The Guardian. So I dare say this is going to be interesting for a Monday, but here we go. 8 across to start with then. Toilet seat chucked, did you say? 6 letters. What did you say is a homophone indicator? And I think the homophone is a word for chucked, because I think toilet seat would make an appropriate definition. Yeah, if you've thrown something, you've chucked it in the past tense, and indeed a thrown is a word for toilet or toilet seat. Okay, 9 across. Drug used daily originally in Curious Manual. Was 8 letters. The word manual is 6, leaving us 2 letters needed. And I think used daily originally gives us a U and a D to make the 8 up. Therefore, we are looking for a drug, and the reason for that is because curious as a word is typically an anagram indicator. So if we anagramize manual plus U and D, yes, you can make laudanum, which I believe is a type of opiate, or at least it derives from opium. 1 down. Fine ruler for theory. Definition could be fine or theory, I suppose. 4 is sometimes the word pro. I'm not sure, needs some more letters. 2 down. Coin, one side of it showing snake. I think the definition here, I hope, is snake, because if it's coin, then there's thousands of different types of currencies and what have you. So assuming the definition is coin, well, one side of a coin is either a head or a tail. But we're looking for a snake. Yeah, okay. Well, there's lots of different informal names for coins, but one such name, particularly here with British currency, is copper, because that's the colour of the metal for a penny and a 2p piece. And it was either going to be tails or heads, but it must be head, and a copperhead is indeed a type of snake. 3 down. Vegetable grabbed. A courgette skin roughed up. Well, roughed up immediately makes me think of an anagram of some description. Looking for 10 letters. So grabbed is 7. A would give us 8. And the skin of courgette, if you think about the skin being on the outside, then we can use the beginning letter for courgette, a C, and the end letter, an E. We ignore the apostrophe S in this case. So if you anagramize grabbed A, C, and E, for vegetable, I'm pretty certain you can make red cabbage from that. 4 down. Preferred fruit, that's plum. 5 down. Sign, that's at the center of a board. Oh yes, in terms of a dartboard, you have the bull or the bullseye. Bull is a sign. Red blotches we hear. It's another homophone. The definition is red, but it's not in terms of the colour, it's in terms of describing communism, and in which case Karl Marx would fit, and Marx is the word for blotches. 7 down. Cavalier jousts very neatly. Yes, okay. Cavalier is an anagram indicator for jousts, and you can make just so if you anagramize that. Bit heavy on the anagrams so far. Let's have a look at this one. 10 under arrest. New Met policy involved quality. I think the definition is involved quality. 10 in Roman numerals gives us our letter X already. And then I think we can anagramize the rest for Met policy and new. And I think you can make the word complexity for involved quality. Let's have a look at 10. Falling over, legs cut. So we're looking for a word for legs, which if you reverse it in this case for falling over, you can make the word cut. Oh yes, there's a there's a term here for legs to show one's pins. Pins are your legs, and if you reverse pins, you can make snip. 12 across, storyteller in Sinatra. I love to recall. So this is a embed clue. The in is a good indicator that it's hidden within the word, and recall in this case, because it's an across clue, you're looking for the answer for this to appear backwards, and of course we're looking for storyteller, and I can see already that if you take the L from love and read backwards, you can make the word liar, and a storyteller can be a liar. 17, 4 letters, Eye of Giant, looking evil initially. Yeah, okay, so this is initially as in every beginning letter for the words, and the definition is I. This time it's as a verb to ogle at something. So O of, G for giant, L for looking, and E for evil. 1 down. Hopefully I can get this now. Fine. Ruler for theory. Ruler is, in this case, doesn't always have to be, but I think king is a safe bet. And if something's fine, it can be thin. And if you talk about your thinking, you're talking about theory because it can be unproven. 13 across. Game. No cab? Question mark. The question mark here means it's some pun or some clever instruction, and I think the definition is game, whether that's game as in partridge, quail, that sort of thing, or whether it's an actual game that's played. No cab. Yes, okay. If you read no cab backwards, you can make bacon, and another type of bacon is gammon, but back bacon doesn't make any sense. But if you read bacon backwards, that there is a game called backgammon, so that's why there's a question mark there, because the clue is telling you how to interpret that. Okay, almost halfway. 18 across. A trick to lob over Russia's top seed. Russia's top is the letter R. And I think the definition is seed, but it's not tennis related. The answer's acorn, because a con is a trick, and if you insert a letter R into that, you can indeed make acorn. 19 across. Bloke serving turkey with last of sauce. Well, last of sauce is the letter E, and the definition here is bloke. It has a generic term for a person, typically a male. And so we're looking for a synonym for turkey, one of which is dud. So if something's a turkey, it's worthless, it doesn't work, it's a dud. But dude means bloke. 14 down. Snappy, labradoodle, for example. This is a double definition. So the answer means both snappy and a labradoodle, even though they're in different contexts. A labradoodle is a crossbreed. That's the answer. And if someone's cross, they can also be described as being snappy. 15 down. Biscuit, granny's made, doctor eats. So definition here is biscuit, as in the sweet confection. Made can actually be an anagram indicator. So what I'm actually thinking here is an anagram of grannies plus GP for doctor, and eats is an embed indicator for the fodder. So I think you can make ginger snap out of that. That's quite interesting. Normally, doctor is an instruction as a verb to change something. If you doctor something, you alter it, but not in this case. GP is a valid stand-in for doctor, a general practitioner. 16 down. Muslim leaders' vehicle training loco in island country. Not sure. It would be a country as the definition. I just can't see it yet. Need to get some more letters though. 21 across has some. My Lord God seems no different. Okay, so my Lord is the definition, and we're looking for 10 letters, which God seems no is. And different is the anagram indicator. My Lord is typically an expression which can be substituted with something such as goodness me. I'll stick with this corner. 22 down. Endless honey topped with golden fruit. Okay. In heraldry, I think, and other places, or OR can be a stand-in for that colour, golden. And honey is a term of endearment for, say, angel, but it's endless because you remove the last letter. And therefore you can make orange, which is indeed a type of fruit. 24 across, 10 letters, 4, 6, stirring on ward, such early calls. Okay, on ward such would be 10 letters, stirring being an obvious anagram indicator. Definition here is early calls. Now we might be misled here into thinking that we're looking for some sort of medical answer, say if this were on a hospital ward. However, I'm fairly certain, given the enumeration of 4-6, that we're looking for another definition of early calls, and I'm pretty sure we're meant to be thinking of a dawn chorus where birds start to sing. 25 down. Number 13 I need. 4 off that. Well, 13 minus 4 is 9. I think that's one way of getting there, but look within the clue again. It's a hidden clue because the word 9 is contained within it. 26. Tool, containing small pipe, 4 letters. A hoe is a tool with S for small, and a hose is a pipe. Travel documents kept in middle of bureau. The middle of bureau is an RE. Yes, and your travel documents, or indeed documents in this case, I should say, because travel is the definition. The documents are your ID papers, and to ride, therefore, is to travel. 29 across. Black end is loose. Worried. Letters of end is for loose. Definition here is worried. Oh, back is a go, as in a while ago, a while back. So agonized would fit. Let's try and get some letters for 16 down if we can. 30 across briefly. Shock on for long distance runner. Long distance runner. Well, it's not people like Roger Bannister or what have you. Runner is a obvious stand-in for a river. A river is a runner. So I'm pretty certain that putting on at the end here that the briefly is an indication to chop off a word for shock, and I think amaze is to shock, but the Amazon is a river. 28 across. We need help with nothing ordinary. Okay, so ordinary is the definition, and it's hyphenated this time, the answer. We need help is SOS, with nothing is an O, so is ordinary. 23, reversed hit driving game. Definition is game. We're looking for a word for hit, which when reversed gives us the answer. Oh, excuse me, it's driving game is the definition, but driving as in using clubs. So flog backwards gives you golf as the answer. 20 down. Unsoiled pants, fancy. Pants is an anagram indicator. The definition is fancy, therefore it's an anagram of unsoiled. I think you can make the word delusion for fancy. A flight of fancy being a fabrication, a delusion, if you will. Okay, last one. Okay. I mean, I know what the answer is. It's Madagascar for the country. Why is that? Aga's car. Yeah, that's the Muslim leader's vehicle. And if something is loco, it's crazy, it's mad. Okay. Excellent. Well, that was a good bit of fun. And by Paul's standard, at least if I'm judging it based on his tenure with The Guardian, this was a very, very straightforward crossword indeed, but nonetheless enjoyable, and it lacked some of Paul's more sort of smutty trademarks, but that doesn't matter. It was still an interesting solve. I will just do a quick check because I have also noticed we have a Z, we have an X, we have a Y, a J, a P, a B. Yeah, this is almost certainly what's known as a pangram, where every letter, or 26 letters in fact, of the alphabet have been used. So that's a nice little added extra there, which I didn't spot until I'd finished solving. All right, so hope you enjoyed that, and I'll catch you in the next one.